see,
what's
but
on my screen. Hang on.
You can't see anybody then, though, right?
Yep. So then I can't watch the chat or anything, but that's okay.
Okay, I'll watch the chat.
Thing. Let me open this up. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. You don't need that. We don't need that one. Let me move over here and present. There. How's that?
Good.
Oh, I should go to the beginning of the presentation though, eh?
That'd be good. All right. Uh-oh, you got to change that. Get out of there.
What?
Look at the sentence. What is your long weekend plans?
Oh, all right, hang on. My escape is not working. Oh, because I've got me up here. All right.
There you go.
Also, don't like your font color there. I'm going to change you. That. And up you to there. How's that?
Good.
Okay. Move you back over there. And move you there. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. So Doug Ford declared the Easter Bunny essential. So I guess the Easter Bunny's coming this weekend. Anybody else have that issue? No?
There. Brian, do you want to present so that you've got control of the screen to start?
I can move it along if you like. I don't have the slideshow up though, actually. So.
Oh, okay. Well, just tell me what you want.
I think you just go ahead and then I'll take over the screen for a minute and then I'll rather than use the link that you put, I've got the website open in the background. I'll just do that.
Okay.
That'd be easiest, I think.
All right. I feel like we should have mood music. Nobody's talking. Is there anybody here? Oh yeah, I can see we have participants. Okay.
My kids are singing Christmas music right now. I can hear them.
You know, come to think of it, I don't think I've heard my kid yet. I should probably make sure he's awake.
Okay, it's 2:29. So anybody want to say what they're doing this weekend? No, nobody feels like sharing.
I set up a Google Easter brunch with everybody. We're just going to all sit down together Sunday afternoon online and chat.
Well, that's good.
I'm painting this weekend.
There you go.
Painting what?
The brick on my fireplace.
Oh, nice.
Did you get a special paint for that or how's that work?
I got a primer for, I don't know, they told me it was for brick and then regular paint over top.
Sally just said she's doing coursework. Sally, make sure you eat some chocolate.
I've been interested in, just curious how people paint the outside of their houses these days, you know, when they don't like the brick color sort of thing, how they do that.
Oh, I'm painting a fireplace inside.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that there's different products for that because it's getting it's becoming more and more popular.
You go to Home Depot, they have a whole aisle with all the different colors you can do.
Cool. All right, we might as well get started. It's 2:30. We're ready to roll.
All right.
All right.
I can't see the territorial acknowledgement. Be aware of the space that you have around you. Particularly be aware of the land upon which you are, because no matter where you are when you're attending this presentation, you are part of territorial lands. We acknowledge that the land upon which we are gathered is part of the traditional territory of the Chippewa, Odawa, Potawatomi, and Delaware nations.
So this next slide is our office hours for the program team. So if you check it out, Intermediates and Google Suites is on Monday. Tuesday is primary and Seesaw. Wednesday is kindergarten with Seesaw. Thursday is junior with Seesaw, and those run from 2 to 3. And on Friday, we have languages. We're going to do FSL with ELL from 11 to 12. So we're here, your hosts. I'm Teresa Lopatron. I'm the English language learner support teacher. My partner, Steph Wood, is here as well. We didn't get her.
Steph, I didn't add your thing. I will add it on.
It's Steph Wood at LKDSB.net, STEF.Wood, WOOD. Oh.
I was going to add it right now so we had it.
Okay.
And I'm going to change this because this is not our bit.ly for today. And I will re-add all of those. Here we go. STF.
Yep. Dot Wood, WOOD. Yep. At LKDSB.net.
Okay.
So
and just a reminder that if it is in green, it is all linkable, so that clickable. So if you click it, it'll automatically pull up whatever that is, including the website.
Hi, Kristen. Brian Jubinville, he works with the AT team. Melissa Dent, she is here as well today, and she works as an elementary school teacher, very well knowledged in technology and Google. So here are our...
Oh, sorry. Our last 3 presentations, and then I'll add the bit.ly for this presentation as well. So if you wanted to go back to any of those and look at them, I've been embedding in little YouTube tutorials and things like that to help you out. Okay, Brian.
Okay, so my understanding of the format today is we have had Ben send out a form that allowed people to contribute questions. And it looks like there was one question for the assistive technology team. And that question was, I would love a quick slide or video that shows students how to add the TextHelp PDF extension to their computer. So what I'd like to do is take over the screen. If you could just slide out, please. Thank you. And to address this question, I'd like to take us to our assistive technology site that we've been working on and that we launched and shared with the group last day. So you can see this is our homepage. We've been adding different ideas to it. So first I'll answer the question that was posed to the forum, and then I'd like to go over the website a little bit more detailed to see what we have to offer. So one of the things you'll notice is that we've added some more content, and I'm going to click on this new tab that we've created called Getting Started with Read and Write. And we've got 4 videos up here that directly pertain to getting started with your students this week. So we've got the first one, which relates directly to the question posed, how to install PDF Reader. We've also got how to install the Read and Write toolbar, how to access Read and Write for iPad, and how to connect to an iPad with your home Wi-Fi, and how to also connect your Chromebook to the home Wi-Fi. So different resources here just to help you and your students get started. And what I'd like to do is quickly show the video we created to address our request. Oh, Rod, can you hear that, or should I reshare the screen?
I cannot hear it. So if you want to make sure that that audio tick box is on there, try share it again.
Okay, one sec here.
So when you hit share screen, it's that three. There you go. You can hear it now.
Here's a short video showing you how to add PDF Reader Chrome extension to your Google account. So the first thing that you need to know is when working with the text help read and write toolbar, you need to always open in Google Chrome. Once you've done that, you're going to go to the top web browser bar and type in Chrome Web Store. And under the Extensions tab, you're going to type in Text Help PDF Reader. It should be the first thing that comes up. You're simply going to add it to Chrome. And over here, you're going to add extension. It'll take a few seconds for it to load. Once it says it's loaded, you can actually exit out of that box. And now you want to go into the PDF icon. You're going to scroll down under Additional Options. You want to click Options. In order for your PDF extension to work optimally, you need to make sure the bottom three boxes are checked. Open Web PDFs, check. Enable Classroom Integration, check. And then Open Classroom PDFs directly, that's usually always checked. When that's finished, you can click out of this tab and you're going to go into Open from Google Drive. So once you have this PDF extension added, you can go into any of your PDFs and it will open with your read-write toolbar ready to go. And now you can use these tools to listen to the text. You can use these tools to highlight the text. You can use these tools also to add your own text on to answer questions. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you found it helpful. Contact the Assistive Technology team with your questions. You can find us at sites.google.com/lkdsb.com/.
Okay, so that's our video to address the question from the participant. And yeah, so there's several more there that can be helpful. I won't show the rest because they're there if you need it, and you can get that help if it's helpful. But I do also want to just go through what we have added to our website for viewers, just to get an idea of what support's available. First and foremost, this is our team, and everybody's online right now. And these are the schools that we service, and it helps us to divide our support. So if you aren't sure who to contact, our team page will help you see who you're connecting with, and also connect with the person that services your school. So thank you to everyone here for being from the team for being here today, and special thanks to Steph for that video. The other thing I wanted to share is many questions that our team has received this week have had to do with creating an accessible text for students. And as you can see on our Creating Accessible Text page, Jeff Brosh has put together 3 videos for how to download the apps that you'll need to do that task, how to use those apps for capturing the text and converting it to an accessible PDF, and then how to share it through Google Classroom. So you may find that very helpful as well. And lastly, if I go back to our homepage, we just want everyone to be aware that we will have formal office hours this week from 1 till 2, Monday to Friday. We are yet to determine the platform, so please check back to our site to learn where or how we're going to meet. But similar to the program team, we've added a theme for the day so that people can drop in if they want to learn more about these things specifically. We'll just either do a live demo or share a video about it. And then after that, we'll open it up for specific questions about anything, any AT questions that you have, or any way we can support you, then that will be available to you. Also, just below that, we have an AT toolkit, and we're also creating, frequently asked questions are here. If you got specific questions about a workflow with a Chromebook or an iPad, you can see that all these are making material accessible. There's different flow charts or workflow documents that you can see, or then there's also access to the videos there as well. So just lots of supports that are available through our site. And from there, I think I'd like to open it up to the group to see if anybody has entered this session today with a specific question they'd like answered. As I mentioned, the whole AT team is here to help answer your questions. So I'll stop share and I'll put it back to the group. Is there anything been in the chat that I haven't been noticing, or should we just open it up? Just turn your microphone on and introduce yourself and go ahead and ask any questions. Generally, we're also hoping this session can be a way that we can learn from teachers what sort of things the AT team can do to help support your students' remote learning experiences. So, sorry, cut somebody off, I think.
See the
Go ahead.
question, Brian? There's a question in there. Are we able to share these videos with students?
Yeah, well, yes. Yeah, those ones that you saw today, the ones that are on the website, by all means. Oh, I was going to show that actually. I'll go back into my share screen and I'll put that back on. I just go back to the website. Claire, all you'll need to do is go to the page that you could link them to the page, but then you could also one sec here. I was hoping to get a direct link that you could take out. Maybe our group can come up with how that might be possible.
If you click the three little dots in the corner.
Pardon me?
Yeah.
The three little dots up at the top. Yeah.
Copy link. Perfect. Thank you. So we can copy link, and then you could copy and paste that into Google Classroom or however else you're communicating with your students. So,
okay,
yeah.
thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you. And thanks for whoever jumped in with that tip. Appreciate it. Okay, I'll stop share. Nice to hear from you and see you, Claire, by the way.
Ew. I don't keep my video on because my internet's not very good, but.
That's okay. Jen Latta. Sorry, Jen.
Can students without assistive tech have access to the text help extensions?
Yes. So the read and write extension, including the PDF reader, is a license that we purchase for the entire board. So it's available to all teachers and all students.
We good?
Anything else for the assistive technology team?
I have a question about a specific use of Google Classroom, and I don't know if to ask for or if you want me to ask it somewhere else.
Ask away, Claire.
All right, Melissa, you will know this. So this was also a question that was kind of put out in our staff meeting here today. Mm-hmm. On our phones, we can open up Google Classroom and you look at the notifications.
I have that answered.
Okay. I can't find it on the computer. That's a little crazy.
Okay, I have that answered for you, Claire.
Perfect. I knew you.
Melissa, why don't you go ahead with your section and what you've prepared, and then we can come back to overall questions for everybody afterwards.
All right, just in case you wanted to create an editable PDF using Google Slides, I provided you with a tutorial here. It's fairly simple. You can lock down an image on a slide and then put in some text boxes and share it with your students. So that's there for you if you would like it. The next question that I got was how to embed a self-created video that has been uploaded to my Google Drive into a Google Slide so that students can access it. And how can I give permission for them to access it ahead of time? So it kind of depends on how you're creating your videos. So if you are recording via Google Meet, it will automatically save to Drive. If you are recording via Screencastify, which is free, or you can buy the premium version, it will also automatically save to your Drive. If you're using your iPhone or your iPad, then I would recommend making a clips video and saving it to your Drive. And there are lots of different sharing options in your Drive. I'm going to go off screen and pull up some sharing options so I can show it to you. But I also made you a short YouTube video for all of these things. Yesterday, I was in a session with secondary where everybody just gave like a 5-minute explanation of different ways to create video for your students. So if you're interested in going to that session, the link to that is right here. So for sharing in your Drive, if you go to your Drive, it really depends on what it is you want to share. So be cognizant of privacy. Don't be sharing any personal information, etc. But let's say I want to share a meeting in my Drive. I would just go to my Meet recordings. You'll notice I have to do a search because my Drive's a little scary. So here's my Meet recordings. I've made the folder red so I can find it easily. I go to this, I can click on it, click on my share button here, and you can see that anybody right now at Lambton Kent can view this recording. So I can copy that link. I can also share it individually, so it's shared right now with Teresa. Or I can change this, click on More, and I can make it publicly available to anybody on the internet. So if I'm creating a video and the only person in it is me, I don't care. I go ahead and make it public so I can share it with, teachers that I know and other boards that might need it. You can make it so that only people who have the link, but be aware if students share your slideshows, that's going to show up. So this is all of your sharing options right here. And again, I made a short video for that in case you need it. Any questions or responses to that? Anything that anybody wants me to go over before I move on? Oh, Teresa, you are muted. Are you talking?
Sorry. Question, did anyone answer the easiest ways to, where did it go? Sorry, I've got to look at my chat again. Easiest ways for students to share photos in classroom. Like example, if they had to do angle types found in and around home. What's the easiest way for students to share photos in the classroom?
Well, there's lots of different ways they can do it. It really depends on your kids and the grade level that you're working with. If you want to share live, I highly recommend Google Jamboard. But you can also, they can drop a photo into a document with you. They can share it directly from their Drive. They can share a link. It depends what they're using to take those photos, what's the easiest way. But if they, for example, they have a phone and they take a picture of something and they use the editing on the phone, they can then save that in their camera roll, save it to their Drive, and share the link from their Drive. Does that help?
Allison? What about those just with computers? If they're not using a phone?
If they have a Chromebook, they also have a camera on their Chromebook. So there's many things they can do with that. What are they taking the pictures with, is my question. And then I'll tell you the best way to share it.
Most of them just have a laptop or a Chromebook, I'm finding. So the ones with the iPads are finding it easy to share things from their camera roll. But then the ones that just have the Chromebook or a laptop, they're having a hard time. Well, what do I take the picture with? Or how do I access my computer camera?
Do you want me to, a little video on how to use your camera in the Chromebook. Does that work?
That would be amazing.
All right, I will make that and add it to the slideshow, and I'll make one that's generic for laptops, but it really depends on what kind of laptop they have. Like, so I'll make a MacBook one and just a general laptop one.
Right,
Because
okay, thank you so much.
there's many things that you can do. I mean, I know I prefer iPads for creativity, etc., but there's lots of things that you can do with Chromebooks, and I don't think everybody's utilizing the Chromebook to its best yet.
Right,
So I'll add it to the slideshow, okay?
thank you.
All right, the next question was, on Google Classroom on my Android phone, there are notifications, but it's not on the computer. Is there any way to see all the notifications for the classroom in one place on the computer? I don't want to have to go to each task individually. And yes, there is. So this link will take you to the written words for how to do that on your computer, on your Android, on your iPhone and your iPad. And then I've also created just a little video to show you how to do it on your computer in case you want it. But since you're here, we'll just do it live. So Classroom Google. So if I go here, oh, I want all my classes, sorry. There you go. So if I go here, you can see all my classes that are available. I go over here to my hamburger or hot dog, depending on what you'd like to call it. I have to scroll all the way to the bottom to see my settings tab. Click on my settings tab, and then you can see I can turn on or off my email notifications, right? Oh, whoops, sorry about that. I did not mean to do that. The other thing is, because I'm enrolled in so many classes, I can pick which classes I actually want to see notifications for. So I can go down into classroom notifications, and you can see like, I am not interested in getting notifications from this one. Sorry, Teresa, she's my only student in there. I can change which of the classrooms I get those notifications for, because if you're like me, you may be getting thousands of notifications and emails a day. And that's how you do it on a computer. And in case you missed it, I did make you a YouTube tutorial.
Thanks, Melissa.
These are what you want to toggle on and off to see which particular notifications. And then here's another question that I just got today. Is there a way to turn off mirroring in Google Meets? I brought home a whiteboard and I'm trying to show something to my students, but the image is flipped. So we played around with this a little bit today. And if I am just holding up something to the screen, that's what it looks like. They can read the words. But if I am in present mode, then it will show up this way. So it kind of depends. If you're trying to record your lesson, you can't really do it in present mode and expect it to show up correctly. You have to use a different way to record your lesson and then send it to them. Hopefully.
Can Rod jump in here with just a little note about mirroring? Just an advice type thing. Some of the new technologies, what they're doing is showing you a mirrored version and showing the world a regular version. So for example, in this platform right here, Melissa, if you look at your screen and see yourself, you're actually seeing a mirror image of yourself. And that's not the same image that everyone on the other end is receiving. So some of these tools, Google Meet being one that is a two-way communication tool, sometimes what you're seeing isn't the same as what the audience is seeing, just when it comes to your image, that you're seeing a reflected image.
Yes. For the record, I look better in the mirror. And then I put in a couple of tips for you, just in case you didn't know them, because I thought these are some of the things that I've been discussing with teachers over the last few days. If you have nicknamed a Google Meet and you are the last one to leave the meeting, the students cannot rejoin without you there. If you want to personalize your classroom header to put important information like my office hours are or things like that, there's a template for you here, and it's fairly easy just to personalize that, and there's a how-to video for you. If you're leaving comments in Docs in Google Classroom and you have not returned the work to the students, they cannot see those comments. So you have to return the work before they get the comments. Gmail notifications. This is how to turn them on and off, but here's a cool trick. If you're having a hard time figuring out if your students have actually logged on to the classroom and seen whether or not you have posted that assignment, you can send them a little email with a link and put red receipt in your email, and then they can't say they didn't see it. So I tried it out with Teresa. I sent her an email with a link to the assignment, and it immediately emailed me back saying, yes, she has looked at this assignment. Google Calendar appointments. Some people were asking for clearer directions on how to do that, because I know I just did it live once. So I created you a video for how to create calendar appointments for your students. These are the Chrome extensions. I've gotten at least 20 emails asking for them again, so they're right here if you need them. I know this is a Google Classroom, but if your students have taken home iPads and don't know how to use everything in it, there is Apple Education also has a learning series available. Just like Google has done their Learn at Home site with lots of little tutorials and tips, Apple has as well, in case you wanted to go into there. All right, questions?
This is totally unrelated, but while I have some people who excel with technology on the line, I'm going to be in the market for a new device. Is there a computer that you would recommend?
It depends on the purpose for what you are doing it. Is it for classroom work, or are you editing videos? Are you creating, like, producing sound?
Honestly, for most everything, I use Microsoft Office programs. I'm on the Google Suite a lot, and then just things now like Google Meet and things like that. I sometimes save family photos and things like that, but I'm not really doing anything way out there.
So for the majority of people, for just a general recommendation, I would buy a half-decent Chromebook.
Oh, okay.
With a touch screen, and then you'll be able to do pretty much everything that you need to do. And as an aside, Staples has been amazing and will offer you like an extended warranty.
Okay.
Just tell them that you're buying it and that you are an LKDSB teacher.
Okay, that's good to know.
There's a question in the chat around posting hyperlinks. If I post a Google form as a hyperlink in a Google Slides presentation, do I have to change the sharing settings first to allow students to edit and then copy the link to create my hyperlink? I have had students editing my form for some and not others, and I'm not sure why.
So to clarify, do you want your students editing your actual form, or do you just want them to respond to your form?
Respond to the form.
All right, so I'm going to go into a form just to show you. So here's my untitled form. I've made it pretty. I've done all the things that I want to do. There we go. I can view the form first. I always recommend this. Hopefully this, whatever you've created, is what the student's going to see. And then I can send the form. I've invited you to fill out a form via a link, right? Versus adding a collaborator is going to mean that they can actually edit your form. So I'm fairly certain in the first presentation, if you go back to this one, under forms, I think I have a good tutorial broken down in there step by step in how to share your forms and create hyperlinks for your students.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I hate the dead silence. I can't actually see or see anybody, so I have no idea if there's anybody even out there.
Sorry, going from the chat and then trying to find my unmute button it takes a second.
Okay, is there any more questions out there?
No more in the chat right now.
Is there any other supports that teachers need for technology in particular?
Also, any recommendations for the AT team in order to better support what you're trying to do with your students at home, with learning at home?
Looks like we're good.
All right, do not forget that I'm going to skip down through the presentation super fast here because so we want to mention, not only do we have we really appreciate your feedback. That tells them the direction that they need to go next. So make sure that you fill out your feedback. Be aware that this is being updated all the time with learning resources for you. And of course, absolutely everything you need can be found on the elementary program blog. I'm going to go back to this one just to remind you again, fill out your feedback.
Melissa, maybe put up the bit.ly so people can have them if they need to check it out again.
Of all of them?
Well, just that page, because there's tons of great information in there.
Yep, sure.
Oh, the feedback form doesn't have a link for today.
Oh, I didn't embed a link? All right, I will definitely do that.
Oh no, maybe it's the chat saying feedback form doesn't have a link for today's date, FYI.
Oh.
Just no date for today.
Is Ben still here?
I don't think so.
Because that's his feedback form. We will fix that. All right, this is everything that we have done. And if there's anything missing in there, let me know. If there's a tutorial that you would like to see, I try to keep them all under 3 minutes because I know I can't stand listening to my voice for longer than 60 seconds.
Oh, she improvised. Jen Latta improvised and added the date for her feedback form. So Thank you, Jen.
Good job, Jen. And Jen, I'm working on that meet record issue for you.
Happy Easter, James. Say hi to your family.
Happy Easter, Claire.
Happy Easter, Claire. I just remind everybody that sometimes a Zoom session isn't the easiest way to, talk with a group there when you've got specific questions and whatnot. That by all means contact your AT team resource teacher for your school with a personal question, and we're all here to help you out. So, and keep watching the Google site because we're going to keep adding to that day by day.
All right, I think we're good.
It's so quiet. Next time we have mood music at the same time?
Maybe. Rod?
I'm gonna provide music next time. I guarantee.
Oh, I can't wait to see what you pick.
Not that you've needed it. This is really informative, guys. As a team, you tag team some really important questions that I'm sure will save teachers a ton of time. Sometimes just a little thing can save a ton of time. So thanks very much.